Hey, welcome everybody to the live stream. Sorry about the late start here. We had a few technical difficulties. You're joining us for Heat 4 of 6, Event 1, the girls 15 to 18 500-yard freestyle. Again, Heat 4 of 6. In lane 1, at the top of your screen, we have Rebecca Clements. In lane 2, Audrey Sambrook. In lane 3, Sammy Taylor. Lane 4 is open water. Lane 5 is Haley Dolan. Lane 6, Maggie Casilli. Lane 7, Amanda Roberge. And lane 8, Jessie O'Leary. Leading the event right now is lane 2, Audrey Sambrook. She's coming in here on length 14 of a 20 length 500 freestyle here. She's got 150 yards to go. She's at a 3:46 for that 140, so that's a nice pace. She's in there seated at a 5:49, looks to be on pace to have a pretty significant drop here. Flipping lane 1 on the top of your screen is again Rebecca Clements. That was length 14 for her. Bringing up the field here. Again, lane 2 just flipped. That's your lane. That's your heat leader. She's 400 yards in, 100 yards to go. She's got a 4:20. That's a 1:05 pace. She's on pace for a 5:25, and looks like she has a lot in the tank to bring it home. That would be a about 25-second drop if she can hit that. I think she's going to be a little under there. For those new to swimming, that is the bell. They ring that bell at the last 50 for the long distance events. So the 500 free and up, the 500 free is the longest event in this meet. Here she comes in, 5:22.47. Oh, excuse me, 5:23.21 for lane 2, Audrey Sambrook, heat winner. Here we go, here comes the rest of the field. Coming in lane 6 is Maggie Cassidy, followed by Haley Dolan in 5 and Amanda Roberge in 7. That's a 5:42.46 for lane 6. In 5th place in the heat, 5:53.12, Jessie O'Leary. And our final competitor, 6:03.82 for Rebecca Clements.
I'll go to the pool. Set that up. I'll come back out here.
All right, here we go. Heat 5 of 6.
Yeah, that goes on too.
And they are off. Again, empty water in lane 4 there. At the top of your screen, we have Grace Hugh of Phoenix. Actually, this is almost all Phoenix Swim Club here. I'm going to start with lane 8 at the bottom of your screen. That is Sarah Goretti of Executive. Lane 7 from the bottom of your screen, second one up, Brooke Malvey of Phoenix. Lane 6 above her, Melissa Haddad of Phoenix. Michaela Chikora of Phoenix also in lane 5 next to the open water. Above the open water in lane 3 is Ava Young. Above her is Alexandra Rossetti. And lane 1, Grace Hugh. All of them are Phoenix except for lane 8, Sarah Goretti. Here they come in on the 100. And now we see some aggressive swimming here as our swimmer in lane 5 is going to flip at a 57.43. So she's seated in there with a 5:20, a 57.43 would be a 4:50 pace. It's a very aggressive out. Let's see how she holds on. She's already fallen a little bit off the pace there with a 32 split. Here comes the rest of the field trying to catch up now. Again, apologies if you're just tuning in and you weren't able to join earlier. We had some technical difficulties, had to switch hardware, and we did miss heats 1, 2, and 3, and just caught the second half of heat 4. We're now in heat 5 of 6, right on pace with the 5:03 start. We've got 7 swimmers in here, and we'll have the final heat of this event, heat 6 of 6, which should feature some real fast swimming.
No, what? I'm just watching.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So we're at the 250 mark here with lane 5 flipping there at a 2:35.24. So you can see it's definitely fallen back off that real aggressive pace early. Still on a 5:10 pace, which would be about 10 seconds faster than what she's seated at. It's gonna take quite an effort to hold on here, though. .500 at this older age group is right in the middle of having to swim real fast and still having to pace yourself. It can be a tough event for a swimmer who gets out there over their skis a little bit too fast. When you get up to the college level, it almost feels just like a sprint. We've got a pretty tight field here. Everyone's coming in on their 14th length here. Still led by lane 5, Michaela Chakareva of Phoenix Swim Club, with Grace Hugh of Phoenix Swim Club sneaking up outside smoke, lane 1, top of your screen. It generally favors the swimmer who's closing in on the leader when you get a race that develops this way. Here we go at the flip with 100 yards to go. Lane 5, 4:19.62. Lane 1, 4:21.22. Let's see if she can close that gap and turn this into a real race over the last 50 here. That is our bottom of the screen, just flipping there, is Sarah Goretti of Executive at a 4:44 with 100 to go. There's the bell lap, folks, and we're at a real dogfight. 4:54.77 in lane 1, 4:55.18 in lane 5. Let's see if the speedster who took it out early has enough to run her down, but I think lane 1's going to run away with it here. She's still building. And the heat winner in a 5:27.46 with a 7-second drop from her seed time is Grace Hugh. Followed 5:29.70 by Michaela Charakeva. Third place goes to lane 6, Melissa Haddad. Fourth is 5:39.44, Brooke Mulvey. Fifth is 5:47.72, Alexandra Zita. Ava Young in sixth with a 5:45.48 and 5:53.36 for the last. 5:53.36 for Sarah Goretta of Executive. All right, folks, here we go. This is the final heat of the girls 500. We have a chance to see a record fall today. I'll get to that after I read the names here. Top of your screen, This is, again, a mostly Phoenix heat with one executive swimmer. Top of your screen, Allison Gowron of Phoenix. Second, Meredith Uhas of Phoenix. Jenna Charlotte in lane 3. Below her, Megan Reich. Lane 4, Alexis Martino. Lane 5, Sophie Castley. Lane 6. Second from the bottom is Olivia Schuster of Executive. And bottom of your screen is Kenzie Patch of Phoenix. Now back to that record. Lane 4 in the middle of your screen here, your leader coming into the wall is Megan Reich. She is seated at a 4:48.54. That's a tremendous time, and she's out there racing early with a 55.59 split on her 100. The age group record for the New Hampshire The New Hampshire Swimming Association Championship meet is, that's for the whole age group, not just the meet record, is 4:53.68. So to the extent she can be even near her seed time, she's gonna get ahead of that. And in second place there is Alexis Martino. Lexi is more of a sprinter, but she's seated at a 5:01.76 and definitely has a shot for a good time on the drag here. The age group record for 17 to 18-year-olds is probably out of reach at a 4:50.53. Lexi Martino is already committed to swim at UConn in 2 years. She'll be a senior next year. I'm sure a lot of colleges will be calling Megan as soon as they're allowed to. Princeton? She's already committed to Princeton, folks. Here we go at the halfway point. It's a 2:25.44. That's a 4:50 pace. And a 2:27.68 for Lexi Martino in there, on pace for a substantial PB. Let's see how they are in the second half here. Lane 1, 2:36.93. Lane 2, 2:34.89. Lane 3, 2:30.89. Lane 6, 2:33.94. Lane 7, 2:37.30. And lane 8, 2:38.01. All right. Just a smidge of a fade there, I would say, from Martino. Megan Wright seems to be holding on here. Let's see where she's at the 300 split. Will give us a real good feel where she's going to be. 320. Sorry, that's the 350, folks. The 250. No. Sorry, the 350, folks. Here's the 400 split. So 100 yards to go for Megan after she flips on the wall here. Again, the record is a 4:53.68. She's going to have to get this home pretty aggressively to have a shot at that. Let's see how she does. Here's the bell lap for Megan. Flipping at 4:27.66. It would take a tremendous split here to get it home. Let's see. All right, here we come in on the final split. That's Megan touching first with a 4:57.62, followed by Lexi Martino with a 5:02.28. Then lane 3, Jenna Charlotte with a 5:07.75. lane 2 and then lane 6. Lane 2 is Meredith Uhas with a 5:15.17. Lane 6 is Sophie Cassidy with a 5:15.81. And then 6th place in lane 7 is Olivia Schuster with a 5:22.18. 7th place, 5:23, is Allison Gowan. And lane 8 is actually in there with a 5:22.76. Excuse me, 5:42.19 there for lane 8.
No, 522. She missed the
All right, I was right the first time. She missed the pad, so she's actually in there at a 5:22.76. All right, that concludes event one of our swim meet. We're now on to event 2. This is the same age group, boys 15 to 18, 500-yard freestyle. This is heat 1. In lane 3 at the top of your screen is Kev Moscat of the Rays. In lane 2 is Leonardo Lauritsen of the Goffstown Y. And below him is Mirza Krusika of Phoenix. And again, apologies at home. They didn't give me a pronunciation guide with these names. So if I'm off by a little bit or a lot, it's not my intention. Okay. Okay. At the 100, lane 3, 104.22, that's Kev. Lane 4, 102.03, that's Leonardo. And lane 5, 101.68, your leader, that's Mirza. We've got a nice little race going on here in 4 and 5 early on in the event, with lane 3 trying to use that pole to keep up with the pack. All right, I'm good. All right, here we go. Coming in on the 200-yard mark. So this is 40% of the race done here. Lane 4 and 5 remain pretty close. Lane 4 has moved into the lead with the 2:10.63. That is Leonardo. And lane 5, Mirza, close behind 2:11.18. Kev in lane 3 is aiming to keep it close with 2:14.55. They've got 300 yards to go, so they're coming up on the halfway point here. At the halfway point, 2:46.49 for Leonardo Lauritsen, 2:47.63 for Mirza Kruska, and 2:50.31 from Kev Moscat. All right, folks, that was the 300 here. Coming in on the 350, they'll have 150 or 6 lengths of the pool to go at this flip turn. Psychologically, I always felt like this was the point where the race became manageable. All right, we'll get you splits. If you can't see them on the stream, we'll read them off at the next turn. That will be the 400 mark. They'll have 100 yards to go. Your first heat of the boys 15 to 18 500-yard freestyle. Here we go at the turn. Leonardo Lertzen of Goffstown Y has pulled into a pretty good lead, 4:35.25, followed by Kev Moscott of the Rays, 4:38.65, and third here in this heat is Mirza Krusika of Phoenix, 4:43.72. Okay, here they go. They're flipping at the far end with 75 to go. Let's see what they have left for the finish. There's the bell signaling 50 yards to go in the last lap of the race. Oh, look at the kick open up in lane 3. A lot of white water behind that swimmer. Coach might be saying he saved a little bit too much for the end. Let's see how he gets home here. Last 25. Looks like there's just a little too much space here for him to close the gap, but valiant effort here coming in on the finish. Lane 4, 5:44.78. Lane 2, 5:46.05. That's Leonardo and Kev in lanes 4 and 3 respectively. And Mirza of Phoenix coming in on the finish here, trying to duck under that 6:05 seed time for a PB, and he's in there with the 6:04.17. All right, we're on to heat 2 here, folks. After the start, we'll give you the names during the race. All right, top of your screen, Ryan Thompson of Phoenix. Second, Cameron Waddlet of Executive. Third from the top, Cesar Rivas Castro, Phoenix. Andrew Hajowitsu of Phoenix in the middle, lane 4. Below him in lane 5, Alexei Abakov of Phoenix. Third from the bottom in lane 6 is Andrew Billisbury of Executive. Second from the bottom is Joshua McDonald, also Executive. And bottom of your screen is Anderson Sharp of Executive. Your top seed in this event is Andrew Hajowitsu of Phoenix at a 5:25.85. The bottom seeds are the outside lanes at 5:44, so it should be a pretty good grouping. Let's see how the race emerges. We got an early rabbit out there in lane 6. That's Andrew Bilsbury in lane 5. That's Alexei Abakov of Phoenix. He's pulled open about a 10-yard lead coming into the 125. That's 25% through the race. Wait, excuse me. This guy. Sorry, I missed that, folks. I was reading names, I missed it. It's actually lane 2 out, about 17 yards ahead of the second place swimmer here. Has opened up a really big lead early. Coming in on the 200 there, that's lane 2, Cameron Waddlet of Executive. Okay, so now we see what happened here. So he stopped at the 200 there, grabbed a breath, and he was time trialing his 200. 1:48.63 is a great swim for a 200. So he'll be using the last 300 yards here to warm down. We can watch lane 5, 7, and 4 as a little dogfight emerges here. Lane 4 is the top seed. Lane 5 has pulled out to about a 2-body length lead, and in lane 7, in between the two swimmers, is Joshua McDonald of Executive. You got the 2 Phoenix swimmers in the middle lanes there, and the Executive swimmer a couple lanes down below. And at the halfway point, it's going to be Alexei Abakov from Phoenix at 2:36.51, followed by Josh McDonald of Executive 2:36.87, and in third place Andrew Hajowitsu of Phoenix 2:38.45. Flipping there in the lead, 3:09.27. The executive swimmer Joshua McDonald has moved into about a 2 body length lead, and it looks like Alexei Avakov has faded a little bit, and Andrew Hajowitsu has moved ahead of him. Some other splits here. Ryan Thompson of Phoenix, 3:24.34 in lane 1, and Anderson Sharp, 3:22.40. That's a 300. I miss Lloyd. All right, here we go. Flipping at the 400 mark, 4:02.96. Josh McDonald, he's seated in there at a 5:41.98. Speaking, oh, excuse me, I'm off by 1 there. That was lane 6 flipping at the 350, Andrew Billsbury. In lane 7, Joshua McDonald, he flipped at a 4:14.84. He's on pace for about a 5:20, maybe a little faster, which would be a 20-second drop. Chasing him, still Andrew Hajowitsu of Phoenix, and now it looks like Alexei Avakov behind him. Here we go, 50 yards to go. Joshua McDonald's got the bell here. 4:48.02 in lane 7 for Joshua. Here comes Andrew, he's flipping in lane 4. 4:55.84. Alexei Avakov, who gave it a good strong run early, flipping at 5:05.23 with 50 yards to go. Lane 6 flipping, Andrew Billsbury with a 5:11.37 split here. Let's see how they finish. We'll get you the final times for all the swimmers here as they come in. All right, lane 7, first place, 5:19.27 goes to Joshua McDonald, followed by Andrew Hajowitsu, 5:29.72. Third place is Cesar Ribas Castro of Phoenix with a 5:34.04. Fourth place, Alexei Avakov, 5:41.92. Fifth place, Andrew Billsbury, 5:43.35. Seventh place, Ryan Thompson of Phoenix, 5:48.89 in lane 1. Anderson Sharp in there at 6th place, 5:44.23. Nice close race there. And then that swimmer who time trialed the 200 in lane 2, Cameron Waddle, finishing up his 500 still. All right. All right, folks, and on that time trial, you might wonder, why doesn't the swimmer just get out when they're done with their race? They've still got to complete the full distance of the 500 for that time trial on the front part to count as a split. So that's why you've seen that earlier today. Okay, we are in the consolation heat here, heat 3 of 4. Going top to bottom on your screen, Nick Ferrucci of Phoenix, seated with a 5:17.57. David Topi of Phoenix, a 5:13.51. Sean Bailey of Executive at 5:09.41. Scott Kessel of Phoenix, a 5:00.03. And below him in lane 5, Josh Dion of Phoenix, 5:00.09. They're both seated right at 5 minutes. They're definitely going to be looking to get under 5 today. Third from the bottom is Xavier Freitas of Phoenix at a 5:09.75. Second from the bottom, Scott Anderson of Executive at a 5:16.10. And bottom of your screen is Parker Hilton of the Rays at a 5:18.47. They're just flipping at the far end for their 125. That's the first quarter of the race done. Coming here on the 150s, your leaders. All of those who already flipped in lane 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 under 5-minute pace, which is a big goal as a high school swimmer. You know, trying to break 5 in the 500 is one of those things. It's like a sub 5-minute mile or 1,000 points in basketball kind of thing. So everyone's trying to do it for the first time when they haven't done it yet. I'm sure these two with their seed times are definitely pushing on that here today. At the 200 mark in lane 5 with a 154.07 is Josh Dion. He's put himself out in a nice position to break 5 here. Also, along for the ride with him there in lane 2 is David Topi, also a Phoenix. Both of these guys are younger swimmers at 15, so this could be a breakout swim for both of them. At the halfway mark, 224, 225, they're still in good position. About 5-6 seconds to play with 550s to go. They need to keep the next couple of 50s right around 30 point. Those tenths tend to add up. It'll creep that average up and get you a little closer to the 5 than you want to be. They both look very strong. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple under 5 minutes in this heat. All right, folks. Here we're coming in. Here we're coming in to the 400 mark. So 100 yards to go, 358.39 and 359.50. These guys can get this last 100 home. They have a good shot to be under. I'll try and get you the rest of the splits as they come in. Lane 1, flipping there at the 400, 411.54. Lane 2, already did. Lane 6, 412.82. Lane 8, 423.12. All right, 50 yards to go and still under 5-minute pace. Lane 2 has just fallen off. Lane 2 is seated in there with a 5:13, so definitely looking to have a nice drop. But I think Lane 5 should be able to get under a minute if he has enough in the tank. And we'll get you all the times as the swimmers come in, and make sure you get their names too. Thank you for joining us on the live stream here. Okay, here's the heat winner. Oh, 5:00.42. Just missed 5 minutes there. 5:01.57 in lane 2 for David Topi. A nice 10-second drop. Lane 4, Scott Kessel finished with a 5:13.75. Lane 4 didn't have the stumps allowed. Got it? Okay. All right, top to bottom again. Nick Ferrucci, 5:18.82, lane 1. David Topi finished with a 5:01.57. Jumping to lane 5, Josh Dion, 5:00.42. Lane 6, 5:17.44. Xavier Freitas Lane 7, Scott Anderson, 5:42.32. Lane 8, 5:29.41. Parker Hilton.
So like, it's just fair to the kids to keep.
Lane 4, Scott Kessel, he's in there with we're going to miss his time because he didn't hit his touch pad. And then lane 3, really off his game here, Sean Bailey is 6:35.14. All right, here we go. The finals, folks. At the top of your screen, you have William Carrico of Phoenix. Below him, Jack Buffett of Executive. Andrew Bartolomucci of Phoenix, lane 3. Jack Generio of Executive, lane 4. Below, Noah Kerr, Phoenix. Eamon Griffin, Phoenix. Below that, Conlon Hurley, Phoenix. And bottom of your screen, Ian Hinsley, Executive. Everyone in this heat is seated sub 5, so it should be a fast heat. Let's see how they go. All right, out in front early, that is Jack Gennaro of Executive. He's seated in there with a 4:29.72. That's actually faster than the NHSA record for his age group, which is a 4:35.74. We'll keep an eye on that, folks, and see if he's got a shot at it as he comes down the line. Ironically, the seed time, the record for the 15 and 16-year-old division is also Christian Hansen, and is faster with a 4:33.58. So I don't think anyone in the younger group has got a shot at that today. But we'll watch Jack there in lane 4. Certainly has swum fast enough in the past to put that record in jeopardy. We'll watch it. Needs to be about 7.5 seconds, maybe 7 seconds under per 100. So that's a 53 per 100. It was right around there at the 200 mark. So 2:15.56, of course, projects out to about a 4:32, just under 4:32. So halfway through the race on pace. With the amount of speed you see early in that race from Jack, it's likely there'll be some drop off in hundreds 3 and 4 from this pace. So I'm going to say probably out of reach today, but not impossible. Let's keep an eye on it. 4:35.74 is the record. Coming in here in second in the heat is Noah Kerr of Phoenix. And then we've got a tight race in lanes 1, 2, and 3. That's William Carrico, Jack Buffett, Andrew Bartolomucci. And then at the bottom of the screen, 6, 7, 8 is Xavier Freitas, 6, 7, 8 is Eamon Griffin, Conlon Hurley, and Ian Hinsley of Executive. All right, so we're coming in on the 400 mark here for our heat leader, Jack Gennaro. Got 100 yards to go. Should be about a 36-37 if he's has shot the record. And he's flipping at 3:41.69, so going to be a little bit out of reach today. It's for a lot of these guys with fast seed times, they've already tapered and shaved once this year, and this might be a build back meet before another taper and shave, or they might be past their taper, so you never know from seed time to results. All right, there's the bell lap for your leader, 4:10.01. Keep an eye on this race out here at the top of your screen, the outside smoke racing for third place. There you go in lane 5. That's the second place competitor, 4:20.03. He's going to have a nice swim today also.
7 didn't have a backup on it because he got timed off
All right. Here we come in, finishing.
Are you announcing?
Finishing there in first place at a 4:35.98 is Jack Gennario. Lane 4, lane 5, Noah Kerr, second place, 4:48.68. That's a 3-second PB. Outside smoke in lane 1, 4:55.61. That's a 4-second drop almost. That's William Carrico. Second place, fourth place goes to Jack Buffett of Executive, 4:56.44. Fifth place at 5:00.30 in lane 3 goes to Andrew Bonalamucci. In lane 6 at 5:01.58 is Eamon Griffin from Phoenix. In lane 7, 5:03.74 is Conlon Hurley of Phoenix. And bringing up the pack, Ian Hinsley of Executive with a 5:09.24. Folks, that's going to do it for our first session tonight. We'll be back in about an hour and a half for the second group of 500 kids. Big thanks to our technical staff over here. They worked through some real hard issues to get the stream up. Apologize we missed those first few events. We will be on our game the rest of the meet, I hope. Okay, at lane 3, top of the screen, below the empty water, is Lauren Fontaine of the Rays. She does not have a seed time, so this is her first time doing the event. Below her is Lauren Green of the Concord Y. She's in there with a 7:06:15 seed time. Second from the bottom is Madeline Winertier, also Concord Y. And bottom, flipping at the 50 in the lead, is Megan Mahan of Executive, also in there with no time, first time in the race.
Shows up with arrows, as you see here, that means go. When they laugh, that was always what's, for me, gets hard to get which lane is it, and then like it says 10 and 8, you're like, oh wait, that wasn't it. And the counters are all turning things early. So those are things that have to go.
All right, that's your leader for the heat, Megan Mahan. She's slipping there at the 100 with a 1:10:09. That's a solid out on 5:50 pace if she can hold up for her first swim, which would be a great time for a 13-year-old. There we go, lane 4, 1:23:24. That's Lauren Green. Lane 5, 1:24:64. That's Madeline Winerter. And lane 3, Lauren Fontaine of the Rays, 1:33:19. Those are the splits at the first 100 of this 500-yard freestyle. For the folks watching at home, the 500 freestyle is a 20-length event. It's the longest distance event in this meet. Because it's a distance race, there are counters on the far end of the pool counting the laps so the swimmers know where they are in the race. Believe it or not, it's easy to get lost in there. And when we get to the penultimate lap, there'll be a bell that rings out signaling 50 yards to go for the leader in the event. Coming in on the 200 split, lane 6, Megan Mahan. Flipping with the 2:29:39. Here we go. Coming in at the 200 for lane 3 and the 250 for lane 6. At the 3:09:25, halfway through lane 6, and a 3:13:22 at the 200. 300 yards to go for Lauren.
This is an event for having the background noise and no, I'm saying just I can't talk for I can't film it. I'm kind of upset. Kind of music. Oh, you got it hooked up. Oh, I thought you were saying yeah, it wasn't happening. Oh, okay.
Should be working. Here we go. Okay. Coming in on a 300 mark in lane 4 is Lauren Green with a 4:25:31. 200 yards to go. Lane 6, Megan Mahan there at the 350. She's got 150 to go. She's lapping the field there. And then in lane 3, coming in at her 300, Lauren Fontaine of the Rays. She's going to be in there at a 4:51:45. pretty comfortable lead for Megan here. Very comfortable lead for Megan on the heat. She's swimming for time at this point. Her first time out. 75 yards to go when she reaches the far end. That's 3 lengths of the pool. We have the bell coming up. Lauren Fontaine flipping at the top of the screen here. Got 150 yards to go. There's the bell signaling 50 yards to go for the heat leader, Megan Mahan of Executive. Flipping there with a 5:48.92. $100 yards to go for Lauren Green of Concord Y with a 5:57.28 split, 6:03.28 for her teammate Madeline Winterter. Becomes the heat leader. It's going to be in there with a time of 6:28.39. That's Megan Mahan. Flipping there with 100 yards to go is Lauren Fontaine of the Rays at 6:31.30. 50 yards to go now for Lauren Green and Madeline Winterter of Concord with a 6:41.84 and a 6:49.36. Excuse me, 50 yards to go. Okay, now in lane 4, finishing her race here, is Lauren Green with the 7:25.05. Madeline Winterter, 7:30.73. That's about a 25-second drop from her seed time for Madeline. Lauren Fontaine swimming the race for the first time. The first time means it's always a PB, which is great. Here she comes in, last 12.5 yards. Nope. Finishing strong. 8:04.24. That's going to complete heat 1. We're now on to freestyle.
Yeah.
That's heat. We're on to heat 2. Once we get started here, folks, I'll read you the names and the length. All right, in lane 1, Ella Winterter of Concord. In lane 2, Nikki Bazer of Goffstown. Ella Manning in lane 3 from Phoenix. Ashley Nagel from Goffstown in lane 4. Bottom half of the pool, Haley Conway of Executive. Sam Malinowski of the Rays. Kira Quartermarsh of Phoenix, and at the bottom, Madeline Adler of Concord. Some aggressive first 50s there, 31 seconds on the leader. That is a 5:10 pace, which is going to be out of range for these kids, I think. So pushing the pace early, trying to make something happen. You might overhear some background noise, folks. That is our scoreboard operator and our administrative officer for the meet talking through the results as they come in. Got a nice little breakaway pack here, lane 4, 5, 6, and 7, pushing each other. Here they come in at the 150 mark.
I could try to reprint her.
All right, flipping at the 200 mark there, 2:21.41 in lane 5 is Haley Conway of Executive. That's 5:50 pace. She's seated at a 6:40, so it's definitely an aggressive out. See how she holds on here. It's in for a big PB if she can. Lane 6 right below is Sam Malinowski of the Rays, going for the ride with her. See if those two can push each other. Sam is in there with the 6:46 seed time, so they're both seated the same, but definitely swimming ahead of their seed time here. At the halfway point, that's a 2:59.93 for the leader in lane 5. Haley and Sam in lane 5 and 6 have broken contact away from the field. Got about a 5 body length, 6 body length lead on the 3rd place swimmer, and really have a nice little race going between themselves. 200 yards to go. About 3:38 on the split there at the 300 mark. That's a great place to be for them. Really, this 400 is going to set you up for your overall time here. You can hold on to that pace, maybe get some separation, swim away from the heat. And now the race swimmer has moved in ahead about a half body length, flipping at the 350 mark. She's starting to open up the lead. She's done a nice job just kind of letting this race come to her. Let's see if she can keep pushing the pace here. See if Haley from Executive can respond to her move and go with her. It looks like she is trying. Coming in now on the 400 with 100 yards to go. That's 4 lengths of the pool. Sam has opened up just about a half body length. And now it's all about how these swimmers can get home. How much is left in the tank? How deep can you dig? Can you find it in your legs to really kick and make that water bubble out the back of your kick? 3rd place swimmer flipping there, 5:07.76 at the 4th place at the 400 mark. Here we coming in now, coming into the bell lap. Signaling 50 yards to go for the leader. Sam has opened up more than a body length lead on the 2nd place swimmer here. She appears to be swimming away with it. At this point, it's just about time, folks. She can get that kick going and keep driving hard. She's on pace for a really nice swim here. We'll get you the times for the field as they come in. All right. Coming in first in the heat is going to be Sam Malinowski of the Rays, finishing there in lane 6 with a 6:09.06, a huge drop for her. In lane 5 is Haley Conway of Executive with a 6:14.33. That's also a 25-second drop. Coming in 3rd, outside smoke in lane 7 is Kira Quartermarsh with a 6:25. Oh, excuse me, lane 8. I didn't even see it. 6:24.78 is Madeline Adler. 4th place is Kira Quartermarsh in lane 7 with a 6:25.59. Lane 4 next, 5th place, 6:38.79. Lane 2, 6th place, 6:44.26. That's Nikki Bazzer. Lane 1, 7th with a 6:50.38. That is Ella Winnetier, and Ella Manning in 8th with a 6:53.89 in lane 3.
Oh,
She
even
said,
English. I don't even know.
is it plugged in? Check the plug on the bottom. Maybe it's not plugged all the way in.
Wait, watch this thing.
All right, folks, here we go. Just give me a second. We have a few technical difficulties up at the table we're resolving. I'll get you the names here in a second. So lane 1 is Reagan Crusoe of Phoenix. Alyssa Ashworth of the Rays in lane 2. Taya Edsall, Phoenix, lane 3. Sophia Militello, Phoenix, lane 4. Alex Ullman, Phoenix, lane 5. Aaron Starknock, Phoenix, lane 6. Ryan White, Executive, lane 7. And bottom of your screen is Rose Aquino of Phoenix. We've got a lead pack emerging here in lane 7, 6, 5, and 4. And then a secondary race in lanes 1, 2, 3, and 8 here. See how this race emerges here coming in. That's the first 100 done, 400 yards to go. Flipping at the far end at the 125 mark. That is a quarter of the way through the race. You can just try and print it again, right?
It looks like that again.
After you plug it in?
Yeah, I checked everything. I just never.
Just watch this then. There we go. That's the one. All right, here we come in at the 200. Your leader in lane 5 is Alex Ullman of Phoenix with a 2:16.92. Closely followed by Aaron Starknock of Phoenix and Sophia Militello of Phoenix. At the halfway point, those three continue to lead, followed by lane 7, Ryan White of Executive, then Tia Edsall of Phoenix, and Alyssa Ashworth of the Rays. Shout out to Alyssa Ashworth's mom, Lori, who helped me out personally the other day when I couldn't give a ride to my kid, and she showed up and drove her to practice. So thank you, Lori. As promised, there's your special shout out. Flipping there in lane 1 is Reagan Crusoe, 3:17.66 at the halfway point. All right, that 3-person race has turned into a 2-person race in the front. Lane 5 and 6, both of Phoenix. Lane 5 still got about a body length lead there. They've started to break away from lane 4, followed by lane 7, Ryan White. Tia Edsall, Alyssa Ashworth, and then the swimmers at the top and the bottom of your screen, Rose Aquino in lane 8, the bottom of your screen, and Reagan Crusoe, lane 1 at the top of your screen. The lead swimmer's now flipping at the far end, coming into her 400 mark here with 100 yards to go. We'll try and get you splits where we can. Leading the race right now is Alex Ullman of 4:43.30, followed by her teammate Aaron Starknock, 4:44.27. Behind them is Sophia Militello, 4:53.01. Lane 7, Ryan White, 4:56.76. Tia Edsall, 5:00.18. Alyssa Ashworth, 5:05.03. And here's the final lap for the lead swimmer. Lane 5 flipping ahead by about a half body length. Lane 6 trying to close that gap for the win. Lane 6 doing a nice job closing the gap. And she does sneak in a photo finish, folks. 5:54.11. Lane 6 trailed the whole race and jumps in for the heat win. Aaron Starknoff. Second place, Alex Ullman, 5:54.20. Third place, Alex Ullman, 6:05.55. Fourth place, Ryan White, 6:10.55. Fifth place, Tia Edsall, 6:14.06. Sixth place, Alyssa Ashworth, 6:28.86. Seventh place is going to be Rose Aquino coming in here at the bottom of your screen with a 6:39.31, and the top of your screen is going to be Reagan Krusco at 6:46 even. That completes Heat 3. This is now Heat 4.
I don't know. I'm just not gonna put it on.
All right. Here we go. This is the finals of this event. In lane 1 is Meredith Lubalisic. Lane 2, Lily Peterson of Concord. Y. Milena Whitney in lane 3 of Executive. The remaining swimmers are all from Phoenix. Skylar Knowlton, lane 4. Abigail Gowan in lane 5. Izzy On, lane 6. Orla Naughton, lane 7. Lena Thompson, lane 8. That was very good. That was very good. Wow, very fast out in lane 4. She's a 5:04 time, so she is capable of, maintaining something close to that pace, 57.18, giving the rest of the field someone to chase for sure. There's a fairly big gap between the top seed 5:04 and the next seed 5:26. Sometimes it can be tempting as a second place swimmer to chase that first place seed, and that can have great results where it drags you to a new level. It can also be dangerous where you go out in that first 100 with a kid who's maybe a little bit faster, and then all of a sudden you realize you use a lot of your energy there before you plan to. Let's see how this race evolves. We're still under 2-minute pace here, 1:58.13 for Skylar Knowlton. That's lane 7 flipping there. Orla Naughton with a 2:15.12 at the 200 mark. Just hanging on to sub 5-minute pace with a 2:28.92 in lane 4. 2:34.29 for the second place swimmer in lane 5, which would be a 5:08 pace, which is significantly below her seed time by about 18 seconds. Lead swimmer here, coming into her 300 mark. That's 2:59.46, so she's still below 5-minute pace, but the margin of error is getting smaller here. Breaking 5 minutes is a big milestone for any swimmer, and it's a very competitive level for a female distance swimmer at this age group. So let's see if she can dig deep here in the last 150 yards, get back under 5-minute pace. Flips right there at exactly 5-minute pace. All right. Okay, let's see how she's at the 400 mark. She's gonna have to. Oh, it does appear she picked it up a little bit. Oh, 4:00:28. Nope, just a little bit behind pace. She's gonna have to dig deep and really find something else inside her if she wants to get back under 5-minute pace. Let's give her a big round of hand digitally from home and see if we can help her get home. All right, here we come in on the bell lap for the lead swimmer. As they come in, we will help you out with the times as best we can. Oh, 4:30.47. She is in striking distance. Needs a 29.50 to get under. Let's see if she's got it in her. I mean, just look at the white water coming off behind her feet. That is how you kick at the end of a distance race if you want to finish strong. And she's done it. 4:59.43, sub 5. You can see from the reaction as she looks at the board, she's pretty happy about that. That's a great swim. And here we go with the second place swimmer here, Abigail Gowan of Phoenix with a 5:13 flat. That's a 13-second PB. Third place is a 5:22.04 for Melina Whitney of Executive. That's also a big drop. Let's see who's up fourth here. Fourth's coming in lane 6. That's Izzy Ann with a 5:33.26. Lane 1 with a big drop to 5:36.95. That is Meredith Leblisky. So, sorry if I have that pronunciation wrong at home, folks. Here come the final crop of kids. In lane 7, Orla Naughton with 6 at 5:53.24. In lane 2, Lily Peterson of Concord, 5:57.93. And Lena Thompson of Phoenix finishes it out with a 6:06.45. Some really fast, impressive swimming here. All right, here we are. We have finished the 13-14 girls 500. We're in the boys 500. Only 2 heats of this. In lane 1, Jake Oster of Executive. In lane 2, Kevin Haddad of Phoenix. In lane 3, William Danek of Executive. In the middle lanes, Jatin Patel of Rays and Wyatt Rice of the Rays. In lane 6, second from the bottom swimmer, Ian Clements of Executive. And in the bottom, Sam Walden of the Rays. Lane 8 is open water. So Sam's got a nice position there with an open lane outside him. Swimmer in lane 1 doesn't have a seed time, so it's definitely possible he could swim away with this thing. At the first 100, he's at 101.68 for Jake Oster. 106, 105, 107, 107 for lanes 4 through 7. 110 for William Danek in lane 3. And flipping in lane 2 is 117.43 is Kevin Haddad. Got a little bit of a battle emerging here between the race swimmers in lanes 4 and 5. That is Jatin Patel and Wyatt Rice. Flipping first is going to be Wyatt Rice, 141.08, followed by Jatin at 142.06. A little outside smoke in lane 7 from Sam Walden at 143.87. All right, coming in here with your heat leaders coming into their 200. That's 200 yards out of 500 yards, so they're not quite halfway through the race. This should give us a real good view about what pace they're on here. 2:16 for Wyatt, 2:18 for Jatin. That puts them about 5:40, 5:45 pace. You know, usually that first 100 with the start and the kind of early race adrenaline, that first 200 is a little bit faster than you're going to average for the race, especially at this age group. You know, more experienced swimmers will be able to control those jitters, so we'll see how that emerges. Flipping in lane 2 at the 200 mark there, Kevin Haddad of Phoenix at 2:44.79. Halfway through the race, Wyatt, 2:52.60, has opened up a little bit of a lead on his teammate Jatin, 2:56.15, followed by their teammate Sam Walden in lane 7, 2:59.02. That's your leaders, 1, 2, 3, followed by lanes 3 and 6, William Danick and Ian Clements. Oh, excuse me, I lost track of the swimmer in lane 1 there. Jake Oster is actually your leader there. 3:24.94 at the 300 mark. Wyatt seems to be picking up on him here. He sort of left his teammates behind, and a new race for first is emerging between lane 1 and lane 5. Jake Oster chased by Wyatt. 150 yards to go when they flip on the end with the blocks. We'll see how close they are as they get down here. Yeah, sometimes you wonder as a swimmer in a middle lane, lane 5, you've kind of swum away from the kids you expect to compete with, lanes 4 and 6. And it's easy to lose track of a swimmer outside on lane 1. You might even think you're lapping. So you wonder, does Wyatt know that there's a leader out there to go chase or not? Here they come in on the 400 mark with 100 yards to go. Jake's got about 2.5 body length lead on Wyatt. Jake flipping in the lead at 4:36.36 in the top lane. In the middle lane flipping in second, Wyatt, 4:41.01. He's going to be followed by his teammate Jatin Patel and Sam Walden in lanes 4 and 7, closely at 4:54. Closely followed by lane at 4:53, lane 3, flipping at 4:54 is William Donick, who's really closed the gap here. There's that final bell, 50 yards to go for the leader, Jake Oster, with an outside smoke swim. Will aim to finish strong, second place. Wyatt Rice seems to have lost contact with the leader there, and that second place wrapped up. The two race swimmers now, Sam and Jatin, now in a battle for third place with the executive swimmer, William Donick, followed by the swimmers in lane 2 and 6 of Kevin Haddad of Phoenix and Ian Clement of Executive. All right, we have our first finisher, Jake Oster, 5:44.49. Wyatt Rice, 5:51.96. That's a 50-second PB. That's a great swim. Coming in lane 4, Sam Walden sneaks in with third at 6:05.18. A monster drop, 1 minute and 40 seconds almost. In fourth place, lane 3, William Danick came back to take that third place, 6:05.66. Also a monster drop. Jatin Patel himself with a 30-second drop. in 5th place at 6:06:30. In 6th place, lane 6, Ian Clements of Executive, 6:23:69. Another 40-second drop there. And in lane 2, 8th place, Kevin Haddad of Phoenix, coming in here with about 20 yards to go. He was seated with the 7:20, so a strong finish here. He's going to be in there for a PB too. This is a great heat. Every single swimmer with a lifetime. Love to see it. That's how a season should end. All right, folks, we're on to our last heat of the night, of our last event of the night. So we'll wrap up after this one. Once we get started, we'll give you the names and the lanes. Okay, heat 2 is off. In lane 1, it's Will Ertman of Executive. In lane 2, Brian Don't Call Me Austin Powers of Executive. In lane 3, Reed Ertman of Executive. Lane 4, Maxwell Billsbury of Executive. Griffin Picard, Beam Me Up of Phoenix. In lane 5, Leo Ferrucci, lane 6 of Phoenix. Noah Get On the Arc Richardson, lane 7 of Executive, and Jake Oliviero of Executive, lane 8. Seed time wise, our top seed here is a 5:00:58. Maxwell Billsbury of Executive. He'll certainly be looking to go under 5 minutes, and we'll keep track of that. And the outside lanes are seated in the low 6s. So we've got a big spread from 1st to 8th place seeds here. We'll see if those outside lanes can use these faster swimmers as rabbits to pull them on, and we'll see if Maxwell can pull away from this heat and potentially get sub 5 minute pace. At the first 100, the swimmers in lanes 4, 5, and 6 are all sub 5. That's Maxwell Billsbury, Griffin Picard, and Leo Ferrucci, all under a minute on their first 100. See how they hang on here. We'll keep track. Coming into the 150, Maxwell has pulled ahead significantly. A chase pack in lane 5 and 6, followed by the Executive swimmers in lane 2 and 3, flipping together. Oliviero of Executive in lane 8, Noah Richardson in lane 7, and Will Ertman of Executive lane 1. One thing I like about Maxwell's chances here, he's got a nice, long, smooth stroke. He's out there in a 156.92, and he looks pretty effortless out there, which is, you know, as a distance swimmer, what you want to see. Sometimes you'll see a kid get their first 200 out there, but their hands are moving so fast and their kick is moving so fast, you can kind of tell they're going to burn out. He really looks smooth and steady, just building a lead. Here he's coming in at the halfway mark, and he's going to be about 4 seconds under pace, 3 seconds under pace, 2:26.87. Very nice, a very nice first 250. Put himself in great position there. You know, assuming he feels as good as he looks on his stroke and his technique, he's got to like his chances right now to really throw a lifetime down and get under 5 minutes for the first time. All right, at the 300 mark, lane 4, 256.71 with the lead. That is Maxwell Billsbury. Coming into the 300 in second and third place is going to be Griffin Picard and Leo Ferrucci of Phoenix. Griffin with a 3:11.64, and his teammate there with a 3:13.04. Lane 2, Ryan Powers is flipping with a 3:16.21. Reed Ertman with a 3:18.75. Jake Oliviero with a 3:19.63. Lane 7, 3:24.06 is Noah Richardson. 3:26.13 is Will Ertman. Okay, this is the 150 to go, so he should be flipping. .344, still sub-minute pace. Only a little bit. Let's see how he goes. Oh, excuse me. Lane 4 just flipped at a 3:57.31 at their 400 mark. 100 yards to go, comfortably below that 5-minute threshold, and really looks strong out there. I think we're going to see maybe a sub-minute, maybe even a mid-sub-minute last 100 here. Let's see if he can open up his arms and his kick. His coach is on the sideline telling him to do just that. You hear that bell and you're on a good swim, that usually gets you going. All right, here comes Maxwell Pillsbury in, last 25 in the water. He flipped about 2 seconds below 5-minute pace there, and he looks strong finishing. Here we go. 3 strokes to go. 4:56.81. That's a 4-second drop. It appears to be a lifetime. He looks tired, but he looks happy, so I'm going to go with that. Okay, coming in on second place here is lane 5. Griffin Picard with a 5:20.56. Followed closely by lane 2, Ryan Powers, 5:30.26. And then lane 6, Leo Ferrucci, 5:31.16. Fifth place swimmer in lane 3 is Reed Ertman of Executive with a 5:39.78. Your sixth place swimmer in the outside lane at the bottom of your screen is Jake Oliviero with a 5:43.13. That's about a 40-second drop. Seventh place at the top of your screen is 5:45.87. Will Ertman. And eighth place swimmer in lane 7 is 5:47.19. which is about a half a second drop for Noah Richardson. Thank you, folks. That concludes our day 1 of the New Hampshire Swimming Association Championship meet. Appreciate you have joined us online for this to cheer on your swimmers or the grandparents or the uncles or the aunts or the friends and family in Ohio we've heard about. Apologies for the technical issues we had at the start of session 1. We do have those sorted out, so knock on wood, we should be good to go tomorrow. Big thank you to Slick Nick Burns. I think he wrote 6,000 lines of code trying to debug a problem earlier. I told him don't commit before the demo, but he wouldn't listen. Lauren, not the flake Blake, we're jumping up here for session 2, so I didn't have to do double duty on the score machine as well. All the officials and meet directors and everyone made this a good first day. We're looking forward to the next 4 sessions over Saturday and Sunday. We will talk to you at, what time? We'll see you about 8 a.m. tomorrow. Check your Meet Mobile for more details. All the results from tonight should be in Meet Mobile shortly. Again, events 301 and 302 will show up tonight, and over the weekend they'll be merged in with event 1 and 2. It was swum that way to make sure we didn't have too many swimmers on deck at a time, so thanks for your understanding there. Signing off, this is Brendan Wright.